I am opening up my wheat berries. I just opened this bag, and this is my last bag. And I seriously just had to share this with you. That's why I pulled out the camera again. Hopefully I can do this one-handed. Probably not. But it was so satisfying, I just had to share it with you. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Do you hear that? Do you know what that is? That, my friends, is food security for my family. Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I just want to thank all my old subscribers and welcome my new subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. Today I am putting up the 200 pounds of wheat berries I got at my Amish bulk food store. In real time, it's the next day. In video editing time of YouTube, it's been a week. So come along with me as I put up my soft white wheat berries and hard red wheat berries for long-term storage in mylar bags. So Amazon just delivered part of my latest order, which I ordered on Saturday. Today is Monday. And it is literally 2 days after I did my Country View bulk foods order. Now, that's where I got the wheat. So I got these because I want to store my wheat berries for long term, and that's what I'm going to do. And I got a bigger CC. This one is 2,000. Let's see, 2,000 cc's, and I got a 50 pack. Hopefully that'll be enough to do the 200 pounds of wheat berries I have here. I'm going to try and get at least 5 pounds, I'm hoping, into my gallon bags. That's the way I store them. And these are the heavy duty ones. They're like so thick. That's why my other oxygen absorbers didn't work well when I did that rice. And I was putting like 2 in each. But that's why I got the heavier cc oxygen absorbers. And I think I have like 70 something, 25, and I think this pile was 50. Yes, I counted them. So I have 79. So hopefully this will be enough. If not, I will have to order more. But for right now, I've got 200 pounds of wheat berries to put up. I have the ones in the bags here at my feet, and then the open ones. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the rip bags down in there. Can't see this. So that's one of the soft ones, and this was a red one. We ripped one of each, and that's the hard red one. So they're both ripped open, as you can see there. So what I'm gonna do is, and the oil spill, you can't really see it down in the bag. You can kind of see it. So what I'm going to do is start with the open ones, of course, and then hopefully I'll have enough oxygen absorbers and bags to do the whole 200 pounds of wheat berries. So let's get to it. Everything's set up. I like these oxygen absorbers because they are individually wrapped, 10 per pack, and I like that. My last ones I got, they were 100 vacuum sealed altogether, or 50 vacuum sealed altogether, and they were a pain. You have to really work quickly. This way I can work in small batches and not be too overwhelmed. So I'm going to do 10 of each. So I have my 10 oxygen absorbers. I have some of my hard red wheat berries here out of my bag that was already broken. I have my scale because I want to kind of know how much I'm putting into each bag, or just roughly. And then I wrote what it is, if you can see that, and the date. So I'm going to start getting these filled. I'm not going to do anything special, just using a measuring cup. And I'm hoping to get at least 5 pounds in each. So all I'm going to do is, I hope you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to try not to spill too much of it. And I'm just going to pour it in. It's going to be a little bit of a task, but that's okay. I want to try, like I said, to get at least 5 pounds in each bag, and that way I know at least I have enough bags to cover this 200 pounds of wheat berries. So I'm just tapping it down, and it stands up, which is a great thing. And then I could pour it the rest in, and get this done. Okay, so I've moved on to the soft white wheat berries, and as you can see, that's what that is. And I wanted to show you the difference because we spilled some. I didn't have enough to fill up 10 bags, and I was able to get 6 pounds in each. So that, coupled with the spill, that's why I'm starting on the white, so I can do 10 at a time. So just to give you a comparison, this one is used mostly for breads, and this one for cakes and cookies and that kind of stuff. So that's what the two different wheat berries are primarily, the purpose of them. I mean, you could use this in breads as well. I would think maybe like that's an sort of all-purpose, and this is more like a wheat flour, like that heavier bread flour. 10 of my bags filled. Here is the last one. I'm heat sealing them with my handy dandy flat iron. And so what I do is I seal it halfway. So I leave just enough room for me to get my hand in there and get the oxygen absorber down into, this case, wheat berries. Usually it's rice or some other. And then I go back and I seal the other side. So this side is now sealed, as you can see. I left this side open. So this side is open, and it's enough room for me to fit my hand in there and put the oxygen absorber in. So I'm now gonna cut open my bag, and I'm gonna slip my oxygen absorbers into each one. So this part you want to be fairly quick about, because once those oxygen absorbers hit oxygen, of course they're gonna start absorbing oxygen. So I'm just gonna slip one in each, try to push it down into the wheat berries. Just put every one in each of them, pushing it down sort of into the wheat berry, sort of burying it, and then just carry on. Now that I have my oxygen absorber in all of them, I'm just going to go back and seal the side that is not closed with my handy dandy flat iron that I no longer use for my hair. And that is it. And that is all to it. Now it's all sealed up and ready for my, I'm going to put these in a 6-gallon. So now they're all sealed up. All of them are sealed, written on, and I did put, let's see how much was in there. I could probably put another pound in there, but I thought 6 was pretty good. Leaves a little bit of room in the bag, so I'm not overstuffing it. And I'm going to put it in a 6-gallon bucket with a I think I'm going to use Gamma lids. I'm going to see. I'm going to either use Gamma lids or the regular, you know, one with a gasket on it. I've got my buckets cleaned and ready to go. This one here is the 6-gallon. You can see it's a little bit taller. And this is the 5-gallon. I have 3 more of these and 5 more of these. So we'll see how much I can fit in. I'm going to use the 6-gallon first and then use the 5-gallon. And then I'll see how much I can get in here. And I still have another 100 pounds back there to put up. So yeah, the process continues. Okay, so I've got my mylar bags in the 6-gallon and 5-gallon buckets. It looks like I'm able to fit 6 in the 6-gallon bucket and 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5. There's only 4 in here right now because I only did 10. And well, I only have 10 ready now. I'm doing more. So I'll have to make sure I look to see how they are in the next day or two. Make sure the oxygen gets out of them. So one other thing I didn't have in my old oxygen absorbers that I do have in this, it's an indicator, that red dot. Once it gets exposed to the oxygen, it turns black. So that way you know your oxygen absorbers are good. My old packages didn't have that. So that's a nice feature that these new ones have. So you can see whether they're good or not. So Those are good. And these came out of the package that I just used. I am opening up my wheat berries. I just opened this bag, and this is my last bag. I seriously just had to share this with you. That's why I pulled out the camera again. Hopefully I can do this one-handed. Probably not. But it was so satisfying, I just had to share it with you. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Do you hear that? Do you know what that is? That, my friends, is food security for my family. I'll show you the difference. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but yeah, you can. This is the hard red, and this is the soft white. I know I showed you earlier, but I wanted to show you again. It's not like I thought it was going to be a stark difference, but it's a subtle difference. But what you use it for, depending on what you're making, whether it's bread, which I consider a wheat, and then sort of white, which is like cakes and cookies and that sort of stuff, brownies. But I just wanted to show you the difference in the wheat berries. Just finishing up my last 100 pounds of wheat berries, and I just wanted to show you the results. So these two I just done just now. You can see there's still air in there. They are sealed up, but I just did them. This is one of the ones I did yesterday. You can see how more sucked together that mylar bag is. So that's why I wait a day or so before I actually put on my lids, just to make sure my seals are holding and everything like that. But you can see, I'll put them next to each other, how different they are. Kind of crazy. But you can see this one's all sucked in, kind of wrinkly. This one's more smooth, and you can see the air in here, whereas this one has been sucked out. And that's why I do them. I put them into the buckets that I'm going to store them in, because then they can form around each other in the place they're going to sit. If I try to do this, say just on the counter or something, and then just try to stuff it into my bucket, I could rip the mylar bag. Well, these are kind of really heavy duty, but anyway, you could damage the mylar bag in some way, shape, or form. But because I'm doing it in the bucket, I'm letting them seal or suck out the air in the bucket. They kind of conform around each other, and they're nice and snug and safe in there. So that's why I do it that way, and I wait a day or so before I put my lid on, and then put them into long-term storage. So I was able to get 5 full 6-gallon pails ready of wheat berries, soft white wheat berries and hard red wheat berries. And I'm going to leave them with the tops just rested on for a couple of days. Make sure they're sealing up okay. And I will then put on my tops and put them into my long-term storage. And that's pretty much for this wheat berry project of mine. So if my Azure Standard Whole ships in full, I will have more to put up next week. If not, at least I have this in my food pantry, just in case I should need it. So as I was going along, these helpful tips helped me. Have for you is to write on your bags while they are still flat. They're going to be easier to write on while they're flat, instead of having the contents in them and then they're all hack to write on. So I'm just writing what I'm putting in it, the date I packed it, how much is in it. You don't really have to do that. That's something I do. And I, down in the corner, put the expiration date of what's on the package. Doesn't mean it's going to expire then, because the way I'm packing it is for longer term storage. But I like to just put that date just as a reference point of what I put in the mylar bag, because I just like to know when it went in. I'm sorry, I'm trying to concentrate. It's like rubbing your tummy and petting your head. I'm trying to write and talk at the same time, which is apparently not my strong suit. And I just like to have that date because it just gives me a reference point. This is when I put it in. This is when the package said it, the Best Buy date. And I just want a reference. So it's nice to write on your bags, your mylar bags, when they're flat. They are much easier to write on because I've written on them when they are full and it's no fun. So write on them while they are flat. I am so glad I only put 6 in here. I could probably put another pound in each, but I'm glad I did because I probably wouldn't have been able to stack them too high in these 6-gallon pails. And it is a tight, snug fit, so I'm glad it worked out in the end. Tip I found when filling the bags: you want to put them about halfway full and then just hold the sides and just smack them down on the countertop, and it helps settle all the grains, the berries down, or whatever you're putting in the mylar bag. In this case, wheat berries. You could do it with rice, flour, whatever it is. You want to be careful with like flour because then it will spoof up. But yeah, and then it helps just to, so it's sitting upright. I can put it on my scale and weigh it out. And it just helps pack everything down, and you could probably get more in the bag. So that's one tip I found that's really helpful. So one other tip: having a kitchen scale is really helpful. I mean, I used just a regular measuring cup to pour the wheat berries into my mylar bags, but kitchen scale makes things go a lot faster. Then I kind of know how much could fit in each bag. I wrote it on it. And then it helps me if I should order more wheat berries, how much mylar bags I need, how many oxygen absorbers I need, how many buckets, so on and so forth. So it just makes the process a lot easier when you have a kitchen scale to help you out. I have some bags here that are ready to have the oxygen absorbers in. Work in batches while mine comes in packages of 10. So I'm going to fill up 10 bags, having the writing on everything on it. I'm going to seal up halfway my 10 bags, put all the oxygen absorbers in at once, and then seal them. I don't want to do 20, 30 bags. And it just, once that oxygen absorber is open from the seal package, it starts absorbing oxygen. So you want to absorb it out of the bag, not out of the just general air. So try to work in sections as you go. In my case, it's 10. Sometimes they package it a larger and then you could do it. But just remember, once you open that oxygen absorber, it's absorbing air and not necessarily out of your bag. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. Thank you very much and have a great day.